Alright, now that I have completed my very basic stitching, this is what it looks like now. I am able to now insert, using the same method as the waist, insert the rope into the ankle. So we're going to do same thing like your drawstring at the top, or waist drawstring. Take it, put it through the hole, put it all the way around as far as you can go. Hold the string, take it out, make a small hole, puncture your rope again, grab it, go all the way around, until it comes out the other side. Now this is probably the only part that's a little bit different than your normal drawstring. These buckles are a bit different than the ones you use on your waist. As you can tell, that they have two holes for the rope, which is more similar to Etre-fort. Now what you're going to do is you're going to put the holes whichever way you like. Remember that when it's upside down, it will be right side up and vice versa. One more thing to note is, if you're already up to this part, you're going to want to make the cut to insert the drawstring to on the inside. If not, you can do it works the same process, but you just have to tuck in your drawstring into the inside of your pant leg, and this makes it just a little bit more easier, and it looks more like Etre-fort if that's what you're hoping for. So anyway, put the rope through, and since I'm using paracord, I'm going to put the same rope that I put through the hole through the other hole, so it gets like that. Pull it through, give it a little bit more slack, and then you're going to take the ends and you are going to take your lighter and melt them. Now, you want to be careful about this. Don't light too long. The strength of the bond that forms between the rope is actually pretty strong. I haven't had any of them break yet. I doubt they ever will. So anyway, take your lighter, take your rope, light it until it melts, just a little bit. Not until they're on fire, until it melts. And then you take this. Alright, after they've fused together, it's going to be a really strong bond. And feed some of your extra rope through the end of it. Pull out the other side. And then you can feed the rope to where the little bond is, to the back of your ankles. And yep, there you go. See, this is the outside, this is the inside. Pull it through, and yeah. Now for tying the knot, this is a pretty simple method. Pull out the rope, take it, and put it through the hole. And it will form this knot, and you just put that at the bottom, wherever you want it to be. and repeat that process on the other ankle, and you are done. Alright, now we're going to move on to the pocket loops that are useful for holding your keys, belongings, and other items that have loops on them. So, what I use is 9 inches of rope. I take a needle and some thread, and all I do is I put it in, I put it back through. You just repeat that process until you feel as if you've gotten long enough. Alright, now we have our completed loop. Very strong, lots of rope between it. And we are going to take our pocket, I'm using my right pocket for this one, and we're going to put our hand in it, go all the way down, and wherever your middle finger touches is going to be the part you want to insert your loop into. So for instance, right here, this is my middle finger. I'm going to hold that spot, I'm going to take my loop, put through the other side of the pocket, and I'm going to put the loop to exactly where my fingers can grab it. Alright, now we have the loop right there, and we are going to take the needle and the thread, and we are going to stick the needle into the loop, go in, pull it out, and come around and go in again. It's pretty much the same method that you used for your ankles. And just do that until you feel you've done enough. I would suggest at least more than 10. Okay? Keep on doing that, and then we'll continue. Now we're going to move on to the Velcro part for the velvet bag. So here you have your bag, and the pouch that I got, at least, had the sewn on seam right around here. So the dotted line represents the seam that's already there. Now you're going to take your Velcro and put it right underneath the seam. And you're going to sew all the way around it. Now for those of you who are exceptionally smart, you know that Velcro has two sides, the loops and the hangers, which connect to the loops. And whenever you rip it apart, it makes that noise. And you're going to sew on the loops to one side of your bag and the hangers onto the exact other side. Next part is we have our sewing the pouch to the sweatpants. Now, the ideal location for me is sewing it right where the pocket is. This is the pocket, and this is our pouch. The side of the pouch should line up with the side of your pocket. Your pocket is already in a great place for you to put your hands in, so if you put it on there, that will work perfectly. Also take note that you're going to sew the pouch on the inside of your sweatpants, not the outside. It's up to you, but the inside of the sweatpants will look a lot better. Secondly, where are you going to put the stitches for your seam? Well, you're going to have two seams right here. This seam right here is where the sweatpants are sewn together, and here's the other one right up here. Now your pouch also has a seam, is where it is sewn together. Now, take your pouch, line up the pocket, and sew it right into the seam. So you're going to take your needle, push it through this seam, pull it out of the sweatpants seam, push it through the sweatpants seam, and pull it out of the bag seam. Now, I shouldn't have to explain to you that your pouch is a pouch. That means it's a piece of cloth that's sewn together and has a hole in it. Do not take the other side of your pouch and sew it to the other side. So, because then that'll just be an empty bag that you cannot open. I'm pretty sure you know what you're talking about, but if you don't, just ask me in the comments. Now what we're going to do, sew it on, repeat that process 3 times. Okay? So go through, come back this way, go through, come back this way. 3 or more is the desired amount so that it will remain strong. And that's about it. Once you're done with that, you'll tie a basic knot in the thread, and after that you will pretty much have completed your sweatpants. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and make sure if you have any questions, ask me in the Reddit comments, not the YouTube comments, because I probably won't read those, but ask me in the Reddit comments. Thanks for watching this tutorial, and have fun with your mock Etre-fort sweatpants.